Welcome guys to the new, very renewed lobby of MINImax Tinyverse. We are right now inside of the antique shop of MINImax Tinyverse. So as you can see, we have a lot of new menus, guys. A lot of new menus that I hope that you will be very interested into checking out. We have a shop. We have news here now in the new menu. We also have a guide there. A guide menu and a quest menu where you can like see the quest. Remember that you could see them on the corner of the previous lobby, so now you can see them there. Much more neat, right? And also we have the shop now. So this lady over here, she's gonna be providing you all the things that you need in order to expand your gameplay. So you will be able to contract all the characters, all the champions and troopers, and learn the miracles, and even get some cosmetics to personalize a little bit more like your gameplay. So this place is gonna be a place that you will have to visit very often in order to obtain new things to the game. But make sure that you have the required level and the resources necessary to obtain these elements. So all of them, they require certain level and certain like blue or red to be able to acquire. So you can read more about each one of them by right clicking on the icons. Okay, so also we have a guide menu here where we have prepared a lot of different like guides depending whether you are a new player or if you are like an advanced player. You can check all our different guides for you to help you explore a better gameplay. And we have a different menu up there called community, where you can find all our links to our community, our base community that we have, especially on Discord, guys. So if you want to be part of the community, feel free to join us there. Join us on Discord. As many of you probably know, you have to set your team before going to battle. So this is the area, the menu battle on the lobby is where you can set your team to go for battle and to, like, I don't know, explore all your new strategies, right? So remember that first you have to have a champion, you have to have troopers, and you have to have miracles, right? Those are the basic things that you require to battle against other players. And additionally, now we have costumes too that you can like explore later to personalize a little bit more your gameplay. So let's start selecting a champion. You can click on them to remove them and to add them. So you can also like read more details about each one of the characters and miracles by right clicking the icons of them. So you can see like their skills, stats, and armor and attack types. Now you also have to select troopers in order to start a game. So make sure to select as many troopers as you can. You can select up to 6 different troopers. And you cannot start a match without having at least one trooper selected. So before you try to start a match, select one trooper by clicking on them on the side there, like, yes, let's click on it. And after you have selected your troopers, you have to select your miracles too. So remember that also miracles require a minimum of 6 miracles and a maximum of 6 miracles. So you can definitely need to select 6 miracles. That's why by default we have given you 6. You can bring them all. So you can add or change some other ones, and we also give you some default miracles that will be the ramp and the fence, that they will always be in your team settings. So you cannot change them, you cannot remove them, but they're always gonna be there for you, and they're very important to win the game. So try to use them as much as you can. Also, you can select a custom hand to personalize your game. So right now we have some cosmetics added to the game. You can look at these awesome hand here. Yes, and all the types of hands you can obtain many more by purchasing them on the store. So if you wanna like get some new stuff, make sure to visit the store and to grind some gems because you're gonna need them. Alright, so I think that we have pretty much seen all the things that you need to set your team, right? Just don't forget to read more about each champion, trooper, and miracle that you want to bring into battle, so you can prepare very well for your matches. Okay, so I think we have now this menu under here though that we haven't talked about. It's called the chart for attack type and armor type. So this chart will explain you in more details like the relations between attack type and armor type, who is weak against who is strong against who. So you can learn all that by looking in detail into this chart. And also we have the battle log here, where you can check the info of your recently played matches. But unfortunately I haven't played any match yet. This is like a test build, so that's why I'm showing you nothing yet. You see, like, this is the ranking, the leaderboard for the ranking. You can see my own ranking that I don't have because I haven't played any game yet. Yes, so you can explore those two menus there. And also we have the recommended team build, where you can get more information of like already made strategies that we had suggested to you guys in case you don't know how to start playing. You can also check our debate channels on Discord to get more opinions from other players, to get some coaching from other players, right? Alright, so now let's start a match and let's see what the battle brings us. Alright, it's time to start a match here. So we are in Ortos territory, and you're always gonna start the game on the left side of the screen, guys. So don't forget that you are always on the left side. I'm Patata right now. Patata. And well, the first thing that you have to know is how to control the camera. So you can use your keyboard. You can press WASD on your keyboard to move the camera around, or you can simply use the mouse. You can use your mouse to move around the field. So that's the best way to explore these awesome, cool map, right? I personally prefer to use a mouse. And you can also do other things, like, for example, you can zoom in and zoom out if you want to like look like closer or farther away from like the battle itself. So you can zoom in and zoom out. Let's do it one more time here. Yes. Oh, you guys are very handsome. Yep. Fight. Yeah, there you go. So you can see more details and maybe even get cooler screenshots by using the zoom in and zoom out option. We have other like option here in the game right now, where you can press the space bar to focus the camera on your champion. So that will help you a lot to find your champion, because you know he's one of your most powerful allies in the battle, right? So you always have to keep an eye on him. So press the space bar and you will be able to focus the camera on it and see what he or she is doing. Also, you can see the range of vision of each character, and I mean champion, troopers, and also towers. You can see the range of vision by clicking on them. So if you click on each of them, you're gonna be able to see that like radio, right, around them. And you can also remove the UI of the game by using Alt and Z. So if you press both of those keys on your keyboard, you will be able to remove and restore the UI of the game. That is also for you to take cooler screenshots. Yes. So other important thing is like you can press F2 to focus the camera on the enemy base, and F1 to focus the camera on your base. So you can move back and forth from each side of the battlefield. And you can also focus the camera on your towers, guardians, and base by clicking the icons up there in the upper part of the screen. And you can press the X, the little X right here, to concede your match. So if you don't want to continue with this match, feel free to give up. That's a new option. Now let's see how to bring your warriors into the field. So as you can see, the map now has been changed a lot, and you have these areas there, those like on the rivers, right over here. So we have the very different ways to send, for example, your troopers into the battlefield. The first one will be the base. So you can press 1 on your keyboard to send troopers from the base. You can send them from the base, and they will go through the main path that they have. That will be right through the middle, right? Or you can use this button over here that also has a command that's Control and 1 on your keyboard to send your troopers through the side lane. So over there you can see that they are like coming out through the river, so they're gonna go straight from that part until like the first tower of your opponent. And you can send other troopers if you have selected more by using 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on your keyboard, or by adding the control to that command and send them through the side lane. So make sure to get more. Now let's check your champion. Let's see, Muraka is out here now. So Muraka, as you can see, he has pretty much like the similar things, although one skill has changed. And first let's start with his active skill. You can play his active skill by pressing Q on your keyboard, and he will use his active skill. Remember that all the champions have a different one. So in this case, Muraka was dealing damage. And you can also use the pickup skill. Yes, this one, by pressing the E key on your keyboard. By pressing the E key on your keyboard. And click on the place that you want him to land. So let's click where we want him to land, so he can do damage in that area, right? Remember that that's what his pickup skill does. So you can try to pick him up again, and yes, and try to hit those bombers over there. Let's hit the bombers. Oh yeah, good job. So that's how you play with the pickup skill. And also now we have a new skill that by pressing R on your keyboard, it will make your champion just stay put in one place. This is something that we added and replaced instead of what we had, like the provocation one that we had before. Now for miracles, you can set a ramp by pressing F on your keyboard that will let your units move much faster through like all these hills or block paths, right? You can press the F on your keyboard to put ramps. And yes, let's be careful with the ramps though, guys. Let's be careful with the ramps because they can also be used by your opponents, by your enemies. So watch out with that. Don't make that mistake. Yes, and also you can place a wall. That's what we call the rainbow fence by using the V key on your keyboard. So you can place a wall to block the enemy's path. So the ramp will help you facilitate your way to your enemies, while the wall will block the enemy's path. So press the V key on your keyboard. Press the V key on your keyboard, and make sure that once you use it, you hold it, and then adjust the angle of it. Alright, let's put another ramp there because I blocked my own way. And let's keep attacking using all my troopers, and also I can help them even more by using the other miracles that we have. So we have all the 3 miracles that you can play by using Z, X, and C on your keyboard. And these miracles, you can use them as long as you have enough mana to play them. So make sure you have enough mana to play them. And as you can see, I'm playing most of them right away because I had plenty of mana. And the one that is listed as up next is actually the one that will be replacing the last one that you use. So the last basically, yeah, like this right now, you can see that last one was replaced, and these up next one will come in like very randomly, so you don't know what will be the next miracle you will only know the up next one. But you don't know who the up next is. Alright, so sometimes you might make a mistake and click on a miracle that you didn't want to use. So you can always cancel that by pressing escape, right, on your keyboard. If you press that key, you will cancel the skills, or you can just use the right click to cancel skills too. And that applies also for the active skill of your champion. So sometimes you might press the Q and then you realize that you didn't wanna like spend that skill right away. So you might just right click on your mouse to cancel that skill. It happens to me all the time, so it's very useful to know that. Alright, so I think that we have seen most of the important things that you need to know in terms of the battle, how to play, how to be part of the battle. So now let's learn more about how you can expand your strategies and the battle rules. Alright, I will see you in the next part. Coming now, guys. Victory is mine. Now we are back in the shop, guys, and we are going to expand our forces. Yeah, we are level 3 now. We have plenty of things that we can do. We can obtain a lot of like new characters. We can get new troopers. We can contract with new troopers. And when you do that, you have to do it on the shop. Remember, guys, that you have to contract with new characters and learn new miracles in the shop. So I'm just gonna contract a couple of very useful guys to help me out with my next battles. And also we can do the same after you have finished with the troopers. You have selected them. You can also select a new champion like Fainuki here, and you visit the store and you can contract with Fainuki. So that way you can keep adding new characters to your game, right? So now we have Fainuki playing with us, and we also need to renew our like miracles, right, to have different strategies. So make sure that you have the enough the required realm level and gems to learn all these miracles. So I just got Flaming Path, and don't forget that we have to add them add it, because it doesn't get added automatically. You buy them and then you have to select it there like that. Yes, there we go. So we have Flaming Path. So we have new champion, new miracles, new troopers ready to play. Ciao ciao. And also we need to quickly review like the battle rules, guys, for the game. So remember that once you start playing MINImax, you have like all these icons on the top that will guide you on how the game is going on, how the game flow is going, right? So remember that the player with the highest score within 60 minutes win. That's the basic standard rule for the game. So that will depend on how many towers, guardians, base you destroy, because they all have different number of points. So, for example, the first like tower that you and your opponent have, it's equal to 1 point of the score. So if you destroy it, you will get 1 point. And the second tower, or guardian that we call it, has 2 points that will give you if you destroy it. And the one that gives you the most points is actually the base. So if you destroy the base, you will get 5 points. 5 points. So we tend to say that if you destroy the base, basically you win the game. So your basic goal will be to go all the way to the enemy base. Try to destroy it, because that will be the best way to obtain the final victory, right? Also, I don't know if you have noticed, but we have nighttime right now. So that means that we have a night and daytime depending on like the seconds of the battle. Now, for example, it's daytime. It's just changed, and both of these shifts basically they change every 90 seconds. So each one of them lasts for 90 seconds, and they have very different like meaning for like Crea or Ally. They help the range vision depending on each side. So I recommend you to check more on that later. And also we have 3 different phases in the game, each one of them lasting for 120 seconds, and with each phase the mana and rations restoration rates goes up, I think mostly like 20%, and your champions also level up, becoming much stronger. So they will be becoming more and more OP the deeper in the game it is. Also, we have the option of sudden death. That means that when you haven't killed each other after the 6 minutes, you have the same score. The game will keep going, and the first one destroying one tower will be the winner. I hope that you found this tutorial very useful for you and for all your future matches. And you guys, if you wanna like play together one of these days, you can always find me on Discord and on the game as Cold Ice. So I will be ready for you guys to play some matches with you, and let's be the best player. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. Bye.